My topic for today is God, morality, David Wood, apostate, prophet, atheist, Christian, Muslim. Is God the source of morality? Does morality come from God? Where does morality come from? I will talk about abortion, murder, human sacrifice, war, torture, child marriage, rape, incest, wife beating, utilitarianism, the theory of evolution. Morality contains principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, or good and bad behavior. Does man decide what is moral or immoral? Is man basically good? If human is basically good, there will be no need for law. If human is intrinsically good, life will be grand. If man can follow the rule of morality, there would be no need for law. All men would follow the rule of morality naturally. However, man does not follow the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Human is basically evil. Therefore, we need law in a society. We need to punish the people who do not choose to follow our morality. Society needs law in order to survive. Even with the law, society cannot thrive if there is no enforcement of the law. When justice is delayed, man's intention is to do evil continually. No society functions without law and order. Order is the enforcement of the law. Does the source of morality come from man or from God? If man is basically evil, morality cannot come from man. An atheist says that morality is not perfect. Morality came from socialization, which means that man is the author of morality. Not everyone has positive social interaction. When crime increases, more people will experience negative social interactions. Social experience cannot be the source of morality. Carjacker experienced positive social interaction, therefore he continued to practice his trade. His aunt and his uncle approve of his behavior. His friend, parent, wife, or girlfriend approve of his behavior. Relative and friend will find justification for his behavior. The victim sought a stronger person to help him get his car back. What is natural is survival of the fittest. The victim does not like this rule, therefore he seeks the law. An atheist says that murder is wrong because every society believes that murder is wrong. Is abortion wrong? Some people believe that life begins at conception, therefore it is wrong to abort a baby at any stage. Most states allow a woman to abort her baby during the first 6 months of its gestation. The morality is relative, therefore it cannot be applied to all society. Can the state kill a person as punishment? Every society agrees that a government can execute a person for a heinous crime. The consensus proves that man is basically evil and that law is needed to control his behavior. The tribe of Moab sacrificed their son to Molech. Human sacrifice was practiced by ancient civilization. Therefore, it is not inherent human nature to know that murder is wrong. Society needs a law that says human sacrifice is wrong. On a rare occasion, a man sacrificed a human being in order to obtain satanic power. Society needs a law for this one occasion. Adolf Hitler killed 6 million Jews before he died. He convinced the majority of people that killing Jews is good. He did not feel that it was wrong. Atheists cannot look for rule of morality inside the state because the state or society say that killing Jew is good. If he won the war, murder would be moral. Germany made the Jew pay the jizya until they feel subdued. That was an apartheid state. Leaving the state to decide what is moral and what is not is a bad thing. Morality cannot come from the state. Majority of the people have all the right while the minority group has no right. All people in the state must live under the same law. One group cannot be singled out for discrimination and be treated as a demi. For people who say that demi is the best, why don't they aspire to be a demi? Can you kill your enemy in a war? A religious person believes that killing is wrong, even during a war. His belief came from a bad interpretation of a book. An oligarchy cannot determine the rule of morality for the state. An oligarchy or democracy cannot decide the rule of morality for its citizens. A king or a dictator cannot decide what is moral. Who then can decide what is moral? Torturing an old lady for fun is bad. Most people will agree with that. Some people do not agree with that. Some people may have mental illness. An elderly Asian lady was knocked out for no reason. Perhaps the perpetrator was trying to achieve a higher goal. Perhaps the higher goal is to create chaos. Chaos breaks the social order. Breaking the social order creates discontent, mistrust, and fear. Child marriage is wrong because psychiatrists say that child marriage is emotionally harmful to the child. When a psychiatrist says that child marriage is good for the child, then child marriage will be moral. Moral is not absolute. Morality does not transcend time, culture, language, and geographical location. If morality is not absolute, we cannot judge any society in the past or present. A 53-year-old man having sex with a 9-year-old girl is immoral. Having sex with a child is not immoral if you can do it in such a way as to not cause physical or emotional harm to the child. An atheist cannot use the theory of evolution to justify having sex with a child. The evolutionary theory says that the strong eat the weak. Is raping your enemy wrong? Yes, raping your enemy is wrong. You can kill your enemy, but you cannot rape her. You cannot torture your enemy. Torturing your enemy is wrong. Withholding food and water from your enemy is wrong. I say to my female captive, I will withhold food and water from you until you voluntarily have sex with me. Sex by coercion is wrong. Why is it wrong? Muhammad and Allah did not think raping a female captive was wrong. People will say that the Bible allowed rape. They will say that God allowed rape in the Old Testament. I do not understand the Bible that way. I will kill a Christian man who raped his female captive. Raping female captive is guaranteed in war. This behavior proves that man is basically evil. People need to understand Matthew 5:44. Jesus tells you, love your enemy and pray for those who persecute you. Jesus never said that. The Bible is corrupt. Loving your enemy is treason. The penalty for treason is death. It will take you 30 years to understand the Bible. Therefore, only the old scholars know what the Bible means. If you want to know anything about the Bible, you need to ask the old biblical scholar. When I say old biblical scholar, I don't mean books. I mean you have to ask the living scholar. Only Muhammad and his Sahaba can interpret the Bible. Inconsistency is a sign of a failed argument. Is raping a sex slave wrong? Yes, raping your sex slave is wrong. Muhammad and Allah did not think that raping a sex slave was wrong. People will say that the Bible allowed a man to rape his sex slave. They will say that God allowed raping of sex slave in the Old Testament. I do not understand the Bible that way. I will kill a Christian man who raped his sex slave. No Christian man can have a sex slave, period. I cannot stop every rape that happened in the world. However, I will hunt a Christian man down for raping a woman. Incest is immoral. Why is incest immoral? The 51-year-old man, Acorino, Pastor John Cicchini, was sentenced to 140 years for impregnating his 14 and 16-year-old daughter in Kenya. John Cicchini said that he was misled by the devil for over a year. He argued that no one is perfect. The pastor knew that his action was immoral, but it did not prevent him from committing an immoral act. The act is wrong on many levels. If you believe that incest is good, I have nothing to say to you. Is wife beating wrong? Beating your wife for any reason is wrong. Beating your wife because she refuses to have sex with you is wrong. Is beating your kid wrong? Beating your kid for no reason is wrong. Not everyone will agree that beating your kid is right. Society has law about physical and emotional abuse of children. Not beating up children cannot be the moral standard for every society. What is the alternative to morality? Utilitarianism, the greatest good for the greatest number, the greatest happiness for the greatest number, maximizing pleasure and minimizing the pain for the greatest number. What is the meaning of life? If life evolved via random chance, there is no purpose. Humanists subscribe to Epicureanism or hedonism. Let us eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we may die. The strongest male gets to mate with all the female because mating makes him happy. The other weaker males say, we don't like that rule. Let us come up with a new rule for morality. The humanists like utilitarianism, the greatest good for the greatest number. This is a good rule because most males will be happy. 100 rapists choose to rape one woman because raping a woman gives them pleasure. The women say, I don't like utilitarianism. I have to kill you so that your body part could save 5 people. The person who will be sacrificed say, I don't like utilitarianism. Utilitarianism was used to justify nuclear bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Another alternative to morality is the evolutionary theory. Evolutionary theory is based on survival of the fittest. There is no rule like do no harm or get informed consent. Within a tribe, morality creates stability, provides security, ameliorates harmful conditions, fosters trust, and facilitates cooperation, achieving shared and complementary goals. Within the tribe, morality does not work perfectly. Not every member fears God, the law, or punishment. International treaty does not work. We must have military, therefore survival of the fittest is the ultimate rule. The ultimate rule is force. The strongest people make the rule. Conclusion. If I am wrong about anything, please let me know by writing in your comment below. Thank you.